What's good, boys? Today on London session we took another win. So this actually is my first winning streak ever of literally it's just two back-to-back trades. I took a win Friday and a really small win today. So honestly, if we were on 230, I could have got a way better entry. I'm thinking about doing that, like trading at 230 because that's when the move seems to happen most of the time, but I'm going to stick to my current plan, which is basically hourly liquidity sweeps and hourly fair value gaps. So what we had today, off market open, price stays into this gap, and on Euro USD from this low to this low, we form a bullish SMT because we are above it on here and below it on here. I'm pretty sure leading index is better. Not too sure though, but still, I'm only really trying to trade GBP USD. Not too sure about SMTs really being the thing to work with, but if we wanted an hourly drawn liquidity, we could have used this SMT as evidence as evidence for price sweeping out liquidity. We also could use this for like a 2 o'clock sweep of liquidity. At 2 a.m. because at 2:30 the only thing we swept is 30-minute lows, which I don't like that for a drawn liquidity. But we end up coming back into this gap, which then off market open. Yeah, it was a little weird today. A really low risk to reward trade, as you guys can see from the title. Not like my profits are going to be a little bigger now because I also just realized with forexes I can trade way more, not just 300 on a first trade, then 100 on like a de-risk trade. It's like 250 on a de-risk trade and 500 on just like a normal trade day. Today I did de-risk though because the thing is what we get, market opens, we break structure back to the upside. The reason I didn't just enter off that was because before that we broke structure back to the downside. So then we get break of structure back to the upside. We hit equilibrium right here, and then we break structure back to the upside. But where I really wanted my stops, what I really wanted my stops below this. Really don't need this anymore. I really wanted my stops below this 5-minute fair value gap, even though we already tapped into it, because if there's any sort of real retracement price wanted before actually pushing higher, it would probably be into this 5-minute gap. So as you can see though, that doesn't really happen. And then it's like, okay, maybe here, can't even put it below equilibrium. So then I'm like, bro, I just know price is going to go up and it might take profits. So I just entered with a super bad risk to reward. And then literally the price will rip slow off that. And I'm like, I'm so mad at myself. I did de-risk though. So like, even if this got stopped out, I would have been willing to trade again up to these hourly equal highs from this high and this high. But I could have played this a lot better because I did kind of make a mistake of only having my my full take profit here when I should have had it at my second profit, because literally it was so annoying. Price off one candle we rip up and hit my take profit. I literally right here was just waiting for I was literally in the middle of moving my take profit up to this high, and then I would have just sold off like it should have been half here, then the rest up here, which would have made me about closer to 300, like a high 200, probably 300, which would have been um, just about making back my risk, which would have been pretty good for today. But yeah, I didn't do that. But de-risking I think was smart because chances are price could end up reversing off this because my stops are really tight as well. Like, it's not just that the risk was too low. My stops were super tight, and I thought price would want to retrace lower before pushing higher. Didn't really. So I was right again. I'm pretty much right almost every time I'm on the markets here, unless there's some sort of crazy news like that big loss I took Thursday with London session was because there was a ton of 8:30 news that ended up actually hitting my take profit, and price really just was chopping up until then. So yeah, I could have held this for a little longer, but to be honest, this is literally it. Like, I didn't trade on New York market open today because literally there was some entries except it just sucked. Like, it just wasn't looking like we were gonna have shorts. I can't really explain it. Normally when we sweep all-time highs and get a short move, like, I can predict it pretty well, but there's like some sort of thing that I want from it. I don't really know what it is. It's just like it didn't look like we were gonna get shorts, and I was right. We didn't get shorts. So yeah, TJR took a loss trying to short the markets today. Pretty much because September price action sucks. But anyways, that's probably it. So subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more trading recaps. Leave a comment down below if you need help with anything trading related. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a trading recap, day 46.